On this episode, I interview a Marine, not a soldier, and a mortgage lender, not a banker, that have been friends for over 30 years. One is Lashond. I know him as G. The other is Josh. You know him as J-O$H. G was the first person I met that I didn't know who treated me like an old friend, a little brother, or just simply someone you put your unconditional trust in. I felt like he always had my best interest in mind, needed nothing from me, and would drop anything to help me. That's who G is, a logical, pragmatic, thoughtful person. There are no time for feelings, he says. But ooh, there is. And that's where Josh comes in. We also talk a little mixtape therapy and find out exactly why Josh and G have been friends for so long. Let's jump in. Welcome to the Modern Good Podcast. We're going to do our same old like rigmarole we always do. So shout out to Joe Andrade Media. He does all my camera work and all that kind of good stuff. We have my guy Jason. You can find him at Wish Pocket on Instagram, and he does all my audio. My guy Jaron, he has the Instagram page No Names Originals, and he does custom artwork and bleaching and clothing. I wear the stuff on the podcast. Support local North Carolina artists, right? And last but not least, my guy Mo. He has a Go Bubble app that is a detailing service to your home. And if you use the promo Go Moderately, you get a discount. Oh, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please hit subscribe because it helps me out a ton. And then if you're on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please follow because that also helps me out a ton. And it really doesn't affect you at all that I know of. So I am so excited to have my guests in here tonight. So everybody, I'm only going to call him G. I'm gonna let you tell him his. I know him as G. His real name is Lashond. So say what's up, G.
What's up, G? My name is Lashond Thomas. I am from Victoria, Texas. I live in Austin. I was born in Austin, but I only know Victoria. That's my hometown.
And also sitting in is his best friend. And if you remember the podcast, Josh, G was sitting in for his. So now Josh is sitting in for his. So say, what's up, Josh?
What's up, Josh?
What's up, Josh? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am good. So, okay. So this is, we can exchange these. Like I can go first or you can go first.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First impression. So I can give you my first impression of you, or you can give me your first impression. Do you remember your first impression of me back in the day?
I'll definitely go first.
Okay.
You're the average
He's
white
way
boy.
He's way too excited.
Yeah. I'll always go first on every single thing that I freaking will ever do, right? Because
why?
Because I don't want to be second. Number one, I will never be second.
You want to be first.
I will always be first. Right.
I like that.
My first impression of you, Scotty, was you're just an average white boy. Yeah, you do have a talent with freaking being white and fucking pretty.
You have actually said that to me before.
Yeah. And but other than that, yeah.
I don't have very many skills.
No.
Okay.
No. At that time.
Right.
At that time. That was your superpower. That was the thing that you did.
It didn't feel like it.
No. That was definitely the thing because was your freaking girlfriend at the time.
That's right.
And she was stupid hot, and she was way too hot for you. Yeah. That's what I say all the time. That you got to listen to other people because if you don't listen to both sides of the fucking argument. Then you're only listening.
Say
to
that. This is good shit for the whole.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's good shit.
You're fine. Hey, shut up over there.
If you don't listen to both sides, then you're only listening to your fucking self. Nobody wants to just listen to you all the goddamn time.
Well, I mean, as Americans tend to be, you probably don't know shit anyway, right?
Yeah.
And that That includes me and
Hell
fucking,
yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah.
like. And here's the other thing. Well, this is just my opinion. There ain't no such thing as fucking news. There's no such thing as news.
Yeah.
It's all propaganda and bullshit.
It's all
But that's the way it's been like that for a really, really long time. This is nothing new. It's just faster. It travels faster to you because of the internet. Yeah. And that's it. Right?
100%.
The truth lies in between all of this shit.
Yeah. All three sides.
Yeah. Everything. Yeah. Right?
I take all my news. I take it from the left, I take it from the right, and I take it from freaking NPR. Right. And then I make a decision on how I feel about it. Like if it's real news, you know what I mean? If it's something that's, you know, like that's something that I know that I'm going to end up fucking voting on, I'm gonna take all three sides. Even like let's take Greg Abbott, right? I take, you know, what everybody's saying about about his abortion bullshit, right? And then I take it from the right, and I say, well, you know, it is killing the baby. I get it, right? Now I take it from the left. Hey, yeah, it is freaking, you know, it is women's rights, and you know how they feel. Then I go and I listen to NPR. I listen to NPR, and they will give two different segments on both sides of the issue. And then I freaking take all four of those segments and gauge my votes on how I feel about that.
I would say the only probably negative part about that is that not very often are any of them saying the same thing to bring any kind of congruency to your thought, right? Like you still have to have this independent thought outside of those three things because nobody's like, I saw an article the other day. It doesn't matter what the article is, but I only saw it on Fox. And I'm like, how, if this is such a big deal, how can it only be in one place? And like, and recently, like these news networks have claimed that they're going to be more middle of the road.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be more middle of the road, I would assume that I would start seeing some of the same goddamn stories, but you don't.
Just because it says fair and balanced doesn't mean it's fair and balanced.
No,
they just that's just
and
a
fair
slogan.
and balanced is fucking relative as fuck. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, you can't be gay in Russia because they'll kill you.
Yeah.
Right. So fair is relative, very relative, right? You know what I mean? And like, and where that sucks. It's like, well, we got enough problems over here. I can't be solving the problems in Russia.
Yeah.
You know, I can't be solving problems in other countries. Like, we got to fucking fix our shit.
Yeah, and that's one thing that people talk about are rights. Like, people talk about freaking rights as if everybody's got them motherfuckers. You know? You go to China, no, you will get slapped in the fucking face and thrown in jail.
They just weld you in your fucking house.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah. They just weld you in your fucking house.
They don't give a fuck about your rights, man. They don't care. Nor your opinion. Right? It's not a thing to them. Freaking Griner chick. That chick selling drugs in freaking Russia, dude.
Hey, so okay, nobody gives a fuck about my opinion, but this is my 2 cents on this. Okay,
I care.
Okay, great.
Josh, I care.
Okay,
I care.
It's not going to change anything.
It's not. Yeah,
we've talked about it.
Look. Don't go to Russia with drugs. It's that simple. Hey, I like, God bless you. If you like drugs and you do drugs and that's your thing, whatever. But don't go to Russia with them. Yeah. You know why? Because Russia doesn't give a fuck.
Don't play.
Right. They don't play.
Zero play.
Yeah. And they don't care if you play basketball in the WNBA. They don't care that you're taller than everybody else. They don't care. And I would argue part of the reason why they're making such a big deal out of her is because she's gay, because she's a lesbian, and they don't allow that there. But I think she's very open and honest about it.
She's
so
gay? She's gay too?
But yeah.
Yeah? I didn't know.
Are you serious?
I didn't know.
Did you know?
I knew.
Oh, okay.
I don't. Yeah,
we talked about it.
Not a goddamn thing. No.
But I just think that they're making an example of her for other reasons. I don't think it's just the weed, and that sucks. Yeah. But it's not the United States.
Yeah. Exactly. Hell yeah. Fuck them. Yeah.
And there's a little war called Ukraine, I think, that's going on too, and political there. I mean, there's a lot of things going.
It's always a thing, man. I didn't think that those motherfuckers were going to freaking last that long against the Russians, man. But they fucking pretty dope. I love it.
I feel like that we should work out a deal with Russia where when like athletes in the United States like fuck up, that we trade them for like other people in Russia. So like we just take like Antonio Brown and we just like put him on a fucking plane and go, here, take this lunatic. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And then and they're like, oh, we got a real good voice. We're gonna send Kanye over.
Oh Lord, dude, that poor bastard. He lost all his money, huh?
No,
Yeah, not all.
No.
Most of his cash and freaking all his clout. But
no.
you-
That dude is fine. He
Yeah.
is okay. Just think about this. Okay, he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
Was a
Okay.
billionaire.
No, he's probably still a bit just think about it.
Huh?
You have money.
Yeah.
Okay. You have Republican values.
Huh?
Where do you think his money's at? It's in the stock market. He's
Yeah.
invested all his money.
Gotcha.
So his net worth probably didn't, it only changed through the stock market.
Yeah.
He probably lost some of his worth, like getting divorced and blah, blah, and all the, all the things that he said. But he's, you ever just think about the fact that Jay-Z was a drug dealer
Mhm.
and now he's a billionaire.
No, yeah.
He learned his business from being a drug dealer and how to work that hustle from, and it's just it's like an education that you just can't, that you can't get.
Well, you
can't go to school and get that education.
Well, yeah. If you learn the hard way, it's a easier lesson. I mean, it's a harder lesson learned, and because number one, you could have died, but it's always something that you try not to replicate. You never want to friggin' have to relearn that bullshit.
You know what always surprises me is how strong the power is of
pain.
No. We'll say someone's a black man that's successful like Jay-Z, coming out of New York, coming from poverty, right? And a lot of those guys always want to give back.
Mhm.
But they get remember when NC Hammer gave away all his fucking money or
gave all
whatever?
that shit, yeah.
It's
Mike
you want to
Tyson.
bring those people up.
Yeah.
But there's also a reason why they're still there and you're where you're at. And it's such a weird juxtaposition to give enough of yourself to help them out, but just not lose everything trying to give back.
Exactly.
Poor NC Hammer.
Yo, dude. I mean, at least he lived it. You know what I mean?
Do you think when they were repoing his stuff, he was like, can't touch this? Can't touch this. Can't touch this. That's probably the dumbest fucking joke I've ever told.
Freaking dad joke ever, dude.
Oh, man.
Good job, little brother.
Thank you.
Dad now. He's a dad now. He gets to say dad jokes.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
It's good when I make them up myself.
I had a freaking Facebook freaking word battle with some.
Gee, I'm so. Do not
some-
have any
some
more
dude.
Facebook word battles.
Anyway, this
This is what you do. Look, this this is my best advice for Facebook word battles. Okay, if you say something and somebody starts some shit, just heart everything that they say. Everything they say, just heart it. Because if someone is coming at you like that and they're that passive aggressive and they're every time you heart it, it's just going to make them that much more mad and they're going to write that much more shit and it's going to make you feel that much more better that you're not responding to that shit.
I also like the thumbs up.
Thumbs up is good.
The black
Just
one?
thumbs up, but
The shock face is great. You know what I mean? Never put mad because then it just affirms what they're saying. You know what I mean?
I got you. But apparently it's me, right? So
let's do it. You tell me what happened, and you know what happened. You know this already?
No.
never heard of it.
You're gonna get our professional opinions on what you should have done. You okay? Court,
First of all, what time was this?
Court is in session.
All right, court is in session.
The Honorable Josh Penland and Scott Gass are here to decide whether Lashond G. What's your middle name?
G.
Gavani?
Yeah, Gavon.
Oh, is that how you got G?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
Gavon
right.
Thomas is guilty or not guilty of Facebook battery.
All right, I am guilty of it. So
Case closed.
Guilty.
10 years of community service
Oh yeah, done.
of liking people's posts that you really don't like.
Oh shit! But this dipshit freaking goes onto my page and my
On your wall.
on my wall.
Yeah.
And comments on something about what the fuck was it?
Really quickly,
What's up, little
how do you know this individual?
I throw darts with him.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I'll go to a bar and throw darts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he is of what? Is he white?
Yeah, he's a white dude.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
All right.
he's a white dude.
All right, great.
And he
How old is he?
like 35 maybe.
We got to make a fair
34.
assessment, right?
Yeah, 34, 35ish.
Okay, so he's not young.
No, but he's old enough to know better. Right.
And just too young to care.
Yeah.
He was he in the military?
I don't believe so.
What does he do for a living?
I'm unaware.
Okay.
I'm unaware. He comments on something about Trumpish. Like it's something that
you posted something of a conservative ideology.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And he comments back about how this administration is better than the former administration.
That's a tall order to
and
fill.
I was like, I was pretty much, he made me defend Trump, made me feel like I was a Trump supporter, and I'm truly not a Trump supporter. I just freaking know that he was a better president than this dickbag now, right? I just know that as a rule, this administration is the worst administration I've ever heard or seen before in my entire life.
How old are you?
I'm 49.
Okay, so you weren't alive when Jimmy Carter was president.
No, but I heard about it though.
Yeah, it feels familiar.
It was the one right before. It was the one right before
Reagan.
Yeah, before Reagan, and that's when I started paying attention. Was with Reagan, right?
Right.
So,
but yes, hey. Oh, by the way, hey, it's like when someone says president. Is the first person you think of Ronald Reagan?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time.
Me too.
Every time.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I mean, I think it's because we're all close to the same age.
Yeah.
But when I think president, the first person comes to mind is Ronald Reagan.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead.
So this guy's making me fucking defend Donald Trump, and I don't want to do that. But he's forcing me to. And so
can I ask a question real quickly? Okay. You believe in the conservative value system of how the country should be run.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, do you know people that vote party? Like that always vote Republican and always vote Democrat?
Yeah, I used to do that.
Okay. I would assume that most people that vote party agree with the philosophy of that party of how the country should be run.
Correct.
So what the fuck are you supposed to do when the representative for the way you think the country should be run is Donald Trump? What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to vote for the other side because you don't agree with their policies and the way they're doing things.
No.
So, like, in my opinion, to force somebody into saying you're a Trump supporter is no different than saying, like, well, whoever the Democratic Party is, you're a supporter of them.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking shit, right? And so it's like, I mean, I don't know, mom and dad. My parents are conservative. I'm going to go out and live and say they vote conservative. I mean, just, but my parents aren't shitty people.
Yeah.
You're not a shitty person.
No. And I'm not saying that people who vote
they just have a Democrat. They have a different way that they think the country should be run.
That is correct.
Hey, and that's okay. By the way, like you can think that.
Yeah, thank you for your opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you get that. Okay, so anyways.
Yeah. Now we cancel each other out.
Yes. But I guess when you said like I'm not a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
I wanted to clarify that is totally possible. It's totally possible that you believe in the way the country should be run in a Republican fashion and not be I'm sure everybody that voted for Ronald Reagan didn't exactly like Ronald Reagan. They probably just voted for his ass because he's a fucking Republican.
Yeah.
I mean, that's possible. That is possible.
I would 100% if I talk to my boy Scott all the time about voting. And
Scott, like they used to work at Casa Ole, Scott?
Scott Schmidt.
Yes.
Did he work at
Yes. He had like a butt cut, long, dark hair.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Wait, does Scott work at Casa Ole?
Yes.
Did he?
Yes, with me he did. Just like a hot minute.
Yeah.
It wasn't his speed, I don't think.
I don't remember Scott. Did he? Okay, maybe he did.
Oh my God. Like
he and I are freaking still friends. Like freaking.
Can we get him on the podcast?
Yeah, he's a banker just like this type shit.
Mortgage banker. I'm not a banker. Mortgage. A banker makes me look like a tool bag with a fucking tie and a suit and a. Who goes?
Yeah, Josh wears cool shoes to work and jeans. G, fuck yourself.
No, what I really want to work is shorts.
You just described yourself. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I wear shorts, a t-shirt,
hey, G, every picture I see, he's like this.
Yeah. Big blue blazer.
Hey, you look at my social media then.
Yeah, of course I did. You're my best friend, dude. Of course
Now
I did.
it worked.
Okay, anyways. So this guy attacks you. He attacks you on your Facebook wall about your conservative ideas.
Right. And he says, and he's talking about the freaking Proud Boys and all this other shit. I'm like, listen, your opinion on these people, your feelings about these people has nothing to do with the fact that this administration is shitty. It has nothing to do with that. That's your feelings. Get out of your feelings and freaking get to and come out of this fog that you think that your feelings are the things that should be driving this damn country. It's not. It's the economy. It's the right and wrong of things. It's the fact that I have to freaking now tell somebody that you're not a girl. You're a boy, sir. It's that those are the things that are important. But now you think because you have feelings, your feelings say that you're a boy, but you're not. You're a girl, or the Proud Boys are a racist group, and the president didn't disown them, right? But that's your damn feelings. Come on, it doesn't matter. Fuck your feelings.
Hey, well, I think that the Republican side of things looks at the country as a business.
Yeah.
Right.
As they should.
Well, I mean, and like, I can't disagree with that. Right. Yeah. And I think that the liberal side of things looks at the country as like it's about feelings. It's about being more inclusive, or that if we all help each other, it helps the thing.
Yeah. And that's true also.
So, yeah. And so, the truth probably lies somewhere in between.
Yeah.
But they've been pushed to such extremes that you're not allowed to be in between. It's not, you can't be in between. You can't have ideas about this and that be okay. That would be called libertarian. But there's no libertarian candidate.
That's what I'm going to be the fucking first libertarian candidate. I swear to baby Jesus.
Well, let me tell you, I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you know this, but Gary Johnson.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But the guy either before or after Gary Johnson, he won the libertarian candidacy with a rubber boot on his head.
Yeah.
I'm not even making that shit up.
You're not.
And so how are you supposed to be respected if you have a rubber boot on your head?
Well, you're not. And it takes, was it 15% of the vote in order to freaking...
Ain't gonna happen, dog.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, let me tell you why it ain't gonna happen. They don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
It fucks up their shit.
They don't want it to happen. And I get it.
So can I ask you this, though?
No, really quick. No, really. Can I just point out, this is what I just want to point out.
Uh-huh.
This white guy is on a black man's Facebook that is conservative, talking about the Proud Boys and shit. And I'd be like, hey, motherfucker, did you notice I'm black? My life has not exactly been fucking easy with white people. Don't tell me what I should do and not do as, like, I mean, what the fuck? That is crazy, dude. Yeah. Like, I would never get on a black man's Facebook and tell him how to handle the Proud Boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that am I wrong?
No, not at all.
No. All right, what was your question? That was my statement. Fucking stupid.
So what happens in our world in the next 20 years when all the old people, conservatives, older people, the people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s die? We have this new group of people that are coming up. I mean, do you think there's going to be a shift?
Yeah.
I mean, this massive shift.
It's going to be a massive shift because those motherfuckers are going to have money. These freaking millennials. These fucking millennials.
They ain't gonna have no money.
Bet you $11.
They have more money now. Yeah. I agree because I see people's financials.
Where are they getting this money from, Josh?
What do they do?
Online
here's
gaming.
The thing. You know what they do is this. Number one, they don't buy a house in their 20s. They don't have pop out a kid in their 20s. They both work 2 jobs.
Okay,
they both make
really quickly. I'll give you the kid. Okay, what do you mean when they work 2 jobs? Like they're gay?
They're both working. No. They're both working, both making 100.
How do you feel about the house thing though? Like, how do you?
Well, no, but we're seeing it where they're waiting longer to buy, and then it used to be my first time home buyer was the guy buying $120,000 house. Now I'm doing first time home buyers at $1 million. It's crazy.
Are they all like in like just tech and shit like that?
They're all in different industries. They're all different. But if I look at it time and time again, it's the 30 to 28 to 35. I don't know, even to 40. They're just in that pocket of people that are making good money. and buying their first house. But they've got money. They've learned how to save. They've got great credit. They want to protect their credit. Like it's this group of people, and normally that group of people would be more conservative, but I'm finding they're more liberal. They're more on the liberal side of things, which is
until
crazy.
they start paying freaking property taxes, little brother.
It's not even property taxes, dude. I mean, it's you mean income tax.
Income tax.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And you know what? You would think that doesn't drive people because they are so emotional on liberal agenda things, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's how they vote. So I think, in my opinion, in the next 20 years, it's going to move a lot more to the liberal side because of that side and not the conservative fiscal piece.
It should become more centralized. If everything's working, more people would move to the center.
Yeah.
Right?
Libertarian.
I think we all want a candidate that we can support that's in the middle, that is not extreme on either side, but we haven't found one yet.
Even as the two parties move to the center, I'm telling you, as God is my witness, there will only ever be two parties. There will never be a viable third. The Republican or the Democrat candidate will move more to the center, but they ain't gonna allow.
I don't want it. I don't want that to be the truth. I would hate.
Well, I mean, that's just my opinion. I just think
there's too much money behind it, dude. There's too much money behind.
People are too big a piece of shit.
They won't do it.
Exactly.
And the problem is then the Libertarian, the Green Party, all these different groups are taking away from typically the Republican side.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah. And they stole my vote.
They take votes away.
Every single time. Every single time.
You voted Democrat, they stole your vote?
No, I don't. I haven't voted fucking Democrat since freaking Barack Obama's first term.
Me too.
Yeah. that was
because you know what? They sold me on change.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Same thing. Same thing. But then it was the same old bullshit. They freaking just lied to you.
Is it bad that I want, that hope poster that he had or whatever?
Yeah.
But I want that, but at the bottom it just says bullshit.
I'm gonna make it happen. It's gonna happen.
Did you see my fucking what's his nuts? The governor of New York. And he harassed all those women, and then his excuse was like, I'm just a funny guy. You're hilarious, motherfucker.
Now you're out.
Now you're in prison.
Get funny with my daughter. You know what I mean?
Get shot, son.
I don't know. People are weird, man.
Yeah.
That you can't. You're not allowed to have an opinion. You know what I mean?
If it's not
theirs, you're not allowed to have one.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so it's like, well, what am I supposed to do, dog? It's kind of weird how that everything on the internet fucking looks the same.
Well,
every girl takes the same pictures and does the same thing. Every tattoo page does the same thing. They all do the same thing because it kind of works, right? So like that's what it gets. But it's like there's no fucking creative thought in that. It's just like big ass advertisement. And so there's a reason why I only have
big ass titties. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean that's a big ass advertisement. There's a reason why I don't have probably a lot of followers because I just do whatever I want. But like you'll look at like as an example, Rick Rubin has like 3 million followers or something like that. He's the producer of like the Beastie Boys and
that sounds familiar.
This motherfucker, he puts like one post a day, and then at the end of the day he deletes it, and then he puts up another post, and he just has one post at all times, right? And he has 3 million followers.
Dude, that's a gimmick. That's a good gimmick. That's a good.
It is, but it also helps that he's Rick Rubin. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if I do some shit like that, they're just like, that guy has one fucking post. He's a loser. You know what I mean? But Rick Rubin does it. You're like, man, that's fucking art. You know what I mean? And so, like, what I realized is like, I'm just going to do my social media however the fuck I want. I don't care if it fucking fits the algorithm. Like, I'm going to make it look like something I'm proud of because it doesn't really fucking matter, by the way.
Sooner or later, it's going to be all right. Right, it's going to be at the place where you want it, and you'll be too big and too badass to fucking do it.
Yeah,
I say the same.
But I'm always going to have y'all back on the podcast. When I make it big,
I say.
I mean, where else am I going to find a black conservative that'll talk to me?
I say the same thing about my boy Brad Brumley from Jonesboro, Arkansas. If I can't plug somebody else's freaking podcast on here,
no, plug it right now.
Okay, he has the Coffee Buzz is his podcast.
And what does he talk about?
He's like a self-help type.
Okay, great.
Right. And
and he's your friend?
He's one of my best friends.
Will he come down and do my
I
podcast?
hope so. That's what I'm hoping.
Hey, what's up? Hey,
Mr. Brad.
What's up, Brad?
Make it happen, little brother. And
Brown chicken, brown cow. Like, why don't you? Yeah.
Y'all do each other.
Whoa.
Too far.
That's not conservative. No. So he does podcasts. It's called. What'd you say? It's called the
Coffee Buzz.
Okay.
Lately he hasn't been doing very much coffee stuff. And I am about 10 weeks behind. Also, but he always talks about this one coffee called Lavazza, and I can't stand coffee. I can't stand the smell of coffee. I freaking hate coffee.
Why?
Because it stinks.
Okay, fair
and
enough.
It
Good enough reason for me.
And it freaking tastes awful. But anywho, a lot of people love it. Anyway,
So your buddy owns this coffee shop.
Yeah, no, he doesn't own.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah,
and I'm always saying that y'all are gonna keep doing the shit the right way. Y'all gonna keep doing it. He does it through some free app.
Apple.
No.
Anchor.
Yeah.
Well, but Anchor kicks to Spotify, so he's probably on Spotify too. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, he's one of the reasons why I started to try to learn how to play guitar. He's a freaking talented musician. He freaking sings really well. He sounds like Tom Waits.
Oh, nice.
Freaking raspy voice. Freaking great fucking dude. And the only thing bad about him, he's got that fucking eating disorder. He's like a vegan, and so he's.
It's not an eating disorder.
Definitely an eating disorder. I love the dude though, Brad. I love you. I'm fucking with you.
Hey, Brad. I'm down with what you're doing. Don't listen to this guy. He's a black conservative. Like, who's gonna listen to him?
Who's gonna listen to that?
Yeah.
But he's left leaning also. He actually did the words that came out of his mouth one time. I love AOC. I believe. I fucking can't. I heard it. I was like, how do you not know that she's stupid? She's dumb. She's like fucking like one of the dumbest people I've ever seen in my life. Ever even known to see in my life.
Well, she definitely is good at spinning shit, I would say.
No, I mean maybe.
I just look. When I want to gauge what I should be okay with. If I have like conservative values, I just go to black conservatives. I feel like they know. You know what I mean? They know what's right and wrong. They know where the needles should sit way more than I fucking would. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be right. Like I've known people that were I think this is appropriate use of the word. It's gay, right? Like the word's gay. Yeah. Gay.
I don't know. You're the boss.
No,
here.
you were telling me they're gay conservatives.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Gay
right?
conservative freaking they freaking
But again, it comes back to that's the way they think the country should be. It has nothing to do with their sexuality.
Exactly.
It has to do with that they think the country should be run in a certain way.
Exactly.
And for lack of a better word, their feelings aren't the most important thing. Their ideals, the lot. So like, there's empathy, and there's logical, and there's emotional and logical, right? In that sense. And we're all a little bit of something else. Yeah. And so I'm going to go out on a limb and say that like you lean more to being like on the logical side. You're not you're an emotional person, but not a super emotional person, right?
Most definitely.
Yeah. And people are variations of that.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more of an emotional person, right? Yeah. But I had to learn how to be more logical, to be more balanced, because I couldn't just run around with my emotions just all over the fucking place. Right. Like there's shit to do, that I have responsibilities, right? And so, and in the same way, you becoming more, like leaning more into your emotions and trying to feel those will make you a more complete person. Yeah, right?
Most definitely.
But
and
I think
that's definitely happened.
And I think what happens is in politics, when you have this push and pull, like, kind of where you're at is kind of where you lean.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
My thing is this, in politics, I know we're going back into politics, but dog, in politics, there should not be any feelings. Like literally, there shouldn't. You should feel a certain way, yes, but your actual feelings should not dictate how you fucking vote. It has nothing to do with how you vote.
I understand where you're coming from. Mm-hmm. I just think there are people that think that it should. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're on the other side of that where they think that there should be like feeling involved around stuff, you know, like when all the abortion stuff like happened in Texas. Like I have a daughter, you have a daughter, you have a daughter, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, I have feelings about the political and logical side of what they're doing. And then also feelings of as like a dad of like, what would I do like with my daughter if something bad happened to her?
Yeah.
Right. But like, you can't. I have to stay in the middle. Again, I have to stay in the middle. I have to like logically, what would I do, and emotionally, how would I handle it, and find a balance of that. Like I can't just like fly off the handle and go, okay, like abortion is bad, abortion is good,
right?
Because there's so many variables in between, right?
Yeah, I got you.
And it just makes it, you know,
right. What's the name of the Jewish fellow that is on what's his name? Ben
Stiller?
No, Ben Shapiro. Is it
Ben Shapiro?
Ben Shapiro? Is it Ben Shapiro?
Well, Ben Stiller is definitely
No,
Ben Stiller's definitely Jewish.
yeah, but
Ben Shapiro, the political guy,
yeah,
the conservative political guy,
Yeah.
is Ben
Okay.
Shapiro, yeah.
So Ben Shapiro says it best whenever he's talking about how the fact that I have a penis shouldn't dictate whether or not I can have a feeling about abortion. And just because I'm conservative doesn't mean that I can't have my feeling about abortion also. I believe that that abortion is necessary, right? Even though I'm conservative in nature, I believe that it's definitely something that should be a part of all of our lives because it's something that is necessary in the grand scheme of things.
It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but it's necessary.
Right.
Just like the fucking death penalty.
It's unfortunate that in Portland, Seattle, they have to put out boxes for people to throw away their needles because they give them clean needles because everybody's going to shoot fucking heroin. But that's what they do.
It's a fact. It's what they do.
Right. And so, like, you have
the only way they're going to change that trash is by freaking getting the people that give away free needles out of office.
But then they would have a whole nother set of problems, right?
Yeah, I would rather deal with those sets of problems.
But do you see what I'm saying?
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah. Anywho, what was I going? Ben Shapiro.
You were talking about like he said just because you have penis, you have right? Yeah.
Just because I'm a conservative doesn't mean that I can't have opposite feelings about the way my party feels about certain things like abortion, right? I believe that it's perfectly. It's fine. It's okay.
It's not great.
No, it's not. Yeah. It's
a lot of things aren't great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not lying. I'm not going to jump up and get in line for the trash. But but it definitely shouldn't be something that somebody has to go to fucking Oklahoma to go get.
Or do illegally in somebody's house or have it done improperly.
Right.
Because when you look at like places like Seattle and their whole like needle exchange, they did that because people wouldn't stop doing what they were doing.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this goes down to like I don't know, we've kind of gotten a lot into politics here, but state rights. So I want to go to a state that has some of the same beliefs as me. So why not move to the state that has the same beliefs as me?
Most people aren't in a state where they want to be. They're in a state where they are.
Most people are in a state where they have the finances to move to another state that they want to be in part of.
Or go to or move to or freaking drive to or freaking have to freaking fake citizenship to freaking to go off and do some stupid shit like get an abortion or freaking sell weed or buy weed. Who knows the fuck what they're doing? You know what these kids are doing nowadays.
I don't know what these kids are doing. My daughter's 2. I don't know what they do. I'm asking Josh for advice. Can you imagine?
I know, goddamn.
You're fucked, dog.
You just don't ask him to ad for you.
Whatever, dude.
Look, I'm not a banker, but I'm a financial advisor, and I can do math.
I am not.
I just ask Siri to do my math all the time. I love that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, like why would I fucking bust my brain about some shit like that?
Yeah. You can feel the way you think so. Like you can feel that there are several friggin' genders, right? You can feel that
because I'm empathic,
or because you're just illogical. It doesn't matter.
Wait, are you talking about me or just talking about people?
People.
Oh, okay.
No,
he said you. I was like,
you.
We just talked about Jordan Peterson. Like, what are you talking about over here?
You as in individuals. Not just you as in you.
Yeah.
So you as in freaking a broad spectrum you, right?
Mhm.
They, in fact, can say
Right
that
word.
they're empathic, right? They can say that they're freaking I don't even know the fucking different genders that they have now. They can start doing all that stuff, right? But when it ends all be all, there's only there's a circle. There's what we know and what we think we know and what we know and what the truth is, right? There's no way that I'm going to know that if you're empathic. And when it's all said and done, when I turn to dust, whenever we freaking go on, who fucking really knows, right?
What do you mean? Who knows what? What am I knowing?
Whether or not you were an empath, whether or not Josh had fucking three genders, locked in his body.
Like who would know because no one's inside me?
Correct.
Like no one knows what you feel.
No one knows what you feel, and no one knows what you really are, who you really are.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Because only you really know.
Yeah, because in like Miss Cleo, Miss Cleo said that she was a fucking empath, right?
I'm talking about Miss Cleo. I don't know why I'm defending Miss Cleo.
Exactly. Why am I defending?
Because that lady's richer than me. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I mean, she was fucking social media before social media existed.
Who's the baby's father, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Oh, child. Yeah. So we don't really fucking know, brother. You know what I mean? I think it's bullshit. I think that you pick up on clues, right? You pick up on things, and you rate yourself an empath because you're freaking extremely observant of everybody's body positioning, freaking tone of voice, how people walk into a room, how people are perceived when they're walked in the room, and you call yourself an empath, but you really are just overly observant.
So, okay. One,
okay.
G is definitely not an empath.
No,
Okay,
not.
That's number one. Okay. And two, Josh, have you ever had something happen to G, like something bad happened to him and you could feel it in your body, like it made your gut hurt, like you feel so bad for him?
Totally. Yes.
Everything.
That's being an empath.
Yeah.
And it makes sense that you don't understand that because you're not.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's a varying scale.
Yeah.
Right? But also, I would guess you were probably a pretty damn good soldier, right?
I'm a Marine, but yes.
Okay. I don't.
Yes.
Was that wrong? Can I not? I always have to say Marine.
Rewind.
Like you always have to say Marine.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
We are not soldiers. No.
It's like you were a pretty. I'm gonna leave all this in.
Yeah.
You're a pretty damn good Marine.
I believe so. Yes. Sir.
You know why?
How's that?
Because you're very logical.
Yeah.
It's a very logical job.
Yeah.
Right? There's no time for emotions.
Yeah.
There's no time to be empathic.
Yeah.
I don't have the time to feel about how that guy felt that I shot. I don't have time for that. Like, you know what I mean? Because you know what that would do?
Yeah.
You'd be dead.
Yeah, we used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what I'm
heads
trying to tell you in a weird, just a whole sidebar kind of way, is you should teach Josh, let Josh teach you how to be a little bit more empathic because it'll balance your life.
I got you.
But you know what your role is?
To be logical.
For
him?
Yeah. Your
I
job.
think I'm pretty damn logical.
Yeah, he's logical.
Now we're getting
I'm logical.
Yeah, he's definitely logical.
More than
really
he used to be, right?
Yeah, but he's a lot. I love the dude.
Ooh.
I love him.
Oh, there's a butt.
Yeah, definitely.
Holy fuck, there's a butt.
Yeah. But
Big Betty Hoes, hop with it. There's a butt. Boom, boom.
No, but he's really, really he's become more liberal in your
how dare you, motherfucker,
your thought process in your ability to
Man, we're doing this mixtape therapy right
Do I need to switch seats right now?
Yeah, I think, yeah, okay,
Are we doing it now?
Dog. Hey, this shit's fixing to get heavy. You better have that drink.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start the intro right now.
Yeah.
Want to hear more from these two guys? Go over to youtube.com/@podcastingmoderately to hear their episode of Mixtape Therapy. So usually how I like to wrap this thing up is I usually ask my guests, like, hey, what do you do? Like, basically take care of yourself to make yourself whole so you can be good for all the people that are important to you. So what are the things that you do so that you can make sure that you're the best version of G like you can be?
Number one, I want to be the best father that I can for my children.
So you intentionally put a lot of intention around that.
That's my shit. No, I don't fuck around with that. If anything ever fucks around with me being a father, I will forsake it. I will say fuck you and say it's over with. I want to be the best father for my children I will ever be. Secondly, the thing that provides that ability is my job. And I will always try my best to be the best boss that I can ever be. I know that freaking things make it hard for me to be that dude because everybody can't be
everything to everybody all the time.
Everything to everybody all the time.
Right.
I try. I try.
You care.
I give a shit. I give a shit way too much about every single fucking 90 goddamn all 90 of my motherfucking employees I give a shit about. Plus 90 plus. And then those that are incoming, right? I give a shit, right? But let me tell you this, it's incredibly hard to fucking to do such a thing. And freaking it to maintain a fucking straight change in every single body, right? And then they think that they are the
only one, right?
They think they're the fucking one in the whole 90 motherfuckers, right? They think they're the one. They're not. They're not.
Right.
There's not the one. There's not a single one.
Because it's a group.
It's a fucking key, right? If there were one individual that fucking kept it going, it would be Archie fucking Fields. Right? And he would be the dude that fucking was the cat that freaking that I could always rely on to freaking try to do what was right. But he's only one motherfucker, right? And I got like 11 different things going on, and he could only show up one time, right?
Right.
In one of 11 spots, right? That would be the dude that I would protect, right? That would be the dude, right? He would be my favorite. I got favorites in everything. And everybody knows that. Everybody knows it, right? I got favorites. Anywho, I got shit that freaking that I need to protect and I need to freaking hold on to, right? And I got Archie. That is my freaking favorite employee. I got Avery. This is my favorite child.
And you got Josh.
I got Josh.
He's your favorite white person.
No. I got a lot of favorite white folks. No, serious as fuck.
I was just jacking around.
But I do have a lot of best friends. I do. Scott Schmidt is one of my fucking.
Shout out Scott Schmidt.
Yeah, Scott Schmidt, J. Bryant, Lance Rosenquist, Gonzalez. I put you at number 3 as my Gonzalez's, but You know I love you.
Me?
Gonzalez. Yeah.
So G likes to rank all of our friends. So meaning like Penlands. So he knows my entire family, and there's like 11 of us.
There's
And for some reason I'm number 3, and he likes
Of the Penland
like
family?
he ranks Penlands like,
Yeah.
and then our other friend Justin Gonzalez, he likes to rank the different Gonzaleses, and he's like, okay, you're number 3, but your wife is number 1.
Yeah.
So he ranks different people. Like he
Yeah,
ranks people.
like,
He's been
only-
doing this for years, by the way.
Yeah, but
Can
Justin
you move
is,
up?
Yeah.
I've tried.
Samantha Penland is the number 1 Penland in all of us.
Who is that? Who is
Bullshit.
Who-
She is my brother's wife.
that? Your brother's wife.
My brother.
So she's not even full blood Penland.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Robert is my brother, and now
But Robert's your half brother, right?
well, no, he's my stepbrother, but my
Yeah.
dad adopted him. So for my dad's birthday, Robert signed a document to make him his real
But that
dad.
doesn't change the fact that his wife married into the family, and that's his favorite Penland.
I still call bullshit. I love you, Samantha, but fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I should be number 1. What did Sam do?
Sam is unrelenting. Sam.
Deep sigh.
Y'all need to take
Deep
care of this
fucking
later.
sigh.
Yeah.
Yeah, deep sigh. That's good. You already know that you are my.
I know. I'm fucking number 1. He's just being funny with other people.
No, I'm not being
Bullshit.
funny. I'm not being funny.
Hey,
What's up? I know that. Okay, let me put it aside.
Hey.
Let me put it aside.
Okay.
Let me put it aside. Samantha.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
kidding. I don't care.
Yeah. Samantha.
he cares.
I care.
Is number 1. Is number 1. You
No, she's
are
not.
Number 90. Who knows?
No, I'm 1. Love you,
Big
Samantha.
Saudi.
So, did you have a good time?
Dude, this has been like I thought it was gonna be fucking stressful. This I didn't even know it fucking started or ended. Are
Where
we
we're
ending?
at?
Are we ending?
Yeah, we're at the end. Yeah, we're pretty close to the end. Yeah.
This is it.
It's
Yeah,
4
yeah.
a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
We started 19 hours ago.
I mean, but like, you sat in for Josh's.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
was it very similar? Did you have a similar time, or was it like
No,
what's it? Is it different sitting in the chair versus sitting off to the side?
No, right. When I'm sitting here, it seems as if it's more choreographed than it is
When you're off to the side, because you're observing, right? Yeah.
And not choreographed, other than freaking more like scripted.
Well, I mean, 'cause-
none of it's scripted either.
Right.
It's not even scripted. It's more.
You didn't even know we were recording.
Yeah.
All right. So, like, will you? I know you give Josh hugs, but will you give me will you give me a hug? Like when we get out of here?
I don't like touching people, but hey, I'll do it.
You're just like, you've already done it before. I haven't. On camera, so.
You know how much
Josh,
I love
Josh, you jumping in here?
I'm watching. Oh.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you so much.
This is stupid. Fucking cool.
What's up, guys?
We didn't even fucking go over fucking Marino.